Prayer's greenhouse. At the beginning of time, God placed man first in a garden. The cultivation and care of it was our purpose in it. Since Eden, storms have blown over us and climates have trained us. The dust from which we were formed was affected by each season. Winter creeps back and summer's endless celebration is hushed in waves of frozen ice. The threat falls in snowflakes and days darken. Temperatures drop and growing things stop. Psalms 147 says, God sends his command to the earth. His word runs swiftly. He spreads the snow like wool and scatters the frost like ashes. He hurls down his hail like pebbles. Who can withstand his icy blast? When the ground freezes, spring can seem very far away. Leaves fall and tender perennials collapse to the ground. Too quickly, a snowy blanket covers what we long to confront. Hidden from our view, anything unfinished becomes painfully lost, and no amount of trying stops winter from coming. I wonder if it felt like winter, standing outside of Eden's borders, realizing that they still loved everything that they had lost, yet the cultivation and care of it was no longer possible. I wonder if Adam and Eve stood still, hoping to wake from a bad dream, or if they ran as fast and as long as they could away from it. Every man since has cried himself to sleep at some point and woke with a feeling that he had lost something, then recognized that he is lost. Proverbs 19 says, a man's folly ruins his life, yet his heart rages against the Lord. Life has seasons. December reminds us that there are seasons when the world is out of our control and beyond our strength to cultivate. Leaving things alone and keeping our hands off is a real struggle. The temperature drops around us. We can see what is wrong, yet it can hurt to touch anything. If we reach out, we only succeed in making things worse. Winter is as inevitable in life as it is in the calendar that governs our years. We know it's coming. We still fight it. Then blizzards obscure our ability to identify what is wrong. Winds never return what they've taken, and life mimics Narnia, governed by a white witch, where the world seems an eternal winter. We have come a long way. Eden was a perfect place. It was a perfect moment that should have lasted, but a fallen world rushed in. The blessing was broken. Eden ended. No place on earth has been like it since. And no matter how much we want places or moments to last, they don't. The world pulls and pushes us away. Everything changes. Everything dies. Joel 2 says, fire burns in front of them and flames follow after them. Ahead of them, the land lies as beautiful as the Garden of Eden. Behind them is nothing but desolation. No one thing escapes. Devouring blizzards may obscure the ability to see what is wrong, and often the hardest thing to do is pray. We want to get our hands dirty. The last thing any of us can bear is to stand by as what we love is blanketed in trouble, or wait as the solid crust thickens between us. We want anything but to be powerless to stop it. That desperate feeling is worse than being windburnt, hypothermic, or exhausted even on our day off. When I tried to understand all of this, it was oppressive to me, till I entered the sanctuary of God, and then I understood. Psalms 73. That a child of God cries for help. He enters prayer like a greenhouse. Warmed by the sun all day, it then turns orange before black of night. At that point, the greenhouse, like our prayers, changes and acts like a lamp on a hillside. In the darkness of the storm, far beyond the warmth of the small sanctuary, our prayers help others to find God. Heaven and earth meet in the quiet oasis and shelter of God's hand as the world passes by. He stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. They were glad when it grew calm, and he guided them to their desired haven. Psalms 107. Harsh seasons don't last forever. They just keep us out for a little while. In the darkest, longest, and coldest of winters, spring violets wait beneath the snow. Prayer is a place we plant seeds and keep warm, and believe in God's ability to surprise us. Prayer changes everything, even when we can't see it. God draws us close and wields it in the harshest of seasons. The Lord says, "Then I will heal you, and my love will know no bounds, for my anger will be gone forever. I will be to Israel like refreshing dew from heaven. It will blossom like the lily. It will send roots deep into the soil like the cedars in Lebanon. Its branches will spread out like those of the beautiful olive tree, as fragrant as the cedar forest of Lebanon. I am the one who looks after you and cares for you. I am like a tree that is always green, giving my fruit to you all the year through." Hosea 14. As a final note, my prayer this Christmas is that if the hustle and bustle of the holidays gets to you, you'll remember to hide in your greenhouse. In the depth of winter, that you finally learn that within God, there lies an invincible summer.